Hello, Ravenclaw. Hi. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Today is Saturday, and what a time to be alive. Very interesting things going on in the world, if I do say so myself. So I tried twice to do your guys' reading yesterday, and I ended up hold on, I'm adjusting the mic. Hopefully that didn't screw up anything. I ended up scrapping the two that I did because I just, I wasn't feeling it. You guys were my fourth reading yesterday. I did started the day off with a personal reading for someone, and that kind of takes a lot out of me. General reads are a little bit more fun, and they're general and a little bit impersonal. And I can tell you that a lot of the readings lately that I've been doing, just pretty much all of them, they're all kind of focusing on the individual, so not the collective as a whole. But I will say that collectively as a whole, if you find yourself being a little bit tired and drained and worn out, although I do believe last week's reading pretty much said that you guys were kind of rocking it on your own, you guys were okay. If you find that you're a little tired, number one, be compassionate and kind to yourself, and also understand that collectively the energy has just been on a roller coaster for obviously quite some time. And things are still changing. And yes, oh, Ravenclaw, I think I love reading for you guys the most. So I took my time turner out because I did the reading for, was it Hufflepuff yesterday, I think? And the time turner came out, and I had told myself, take the time turner out. I don't know what it is, but something about me not having the time turner out when the time turner card shows up really irritates me. I don't know. It's some kind of weird pet peeve. Anyways, yeah. So here I am. You guys are my first reading for today. It is later in the day. Okay. That was, what, 3 whole cards that just kind of popped out? What do we got for you? Amos Tiggery again. Okay, interesting. I think he came out for Slytherin. All right, why don't we just look at those and ponder those for a minute while I try to get a clarifier from the Harry Potter Tarot deck. And what is it, Ravenclaw? Here we go. We got 2 that came out. Exploration and work. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and we've got the 3 of Wands. Very, very interesting. If only for the fact that there's just extra cards. You got extra cards. Why did we get extra cards today? Okay. So let's see what we got. Starting off, we've got Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans, which to me is just always very much like the whole Forrest Gump and the chocolates, right? You never know what you're going to get. Same concept there. So it's just kind of like a grab bag. Reach in, get surprised. And that's kind of been this year, I think. But I don't know. Let's see going further what it does for you. So Horace Slughorn, very, very smart wizard. Very skilled with potions, also kind of sneaky, right? So not only is he like a potions master and all that kinds of good stuff, and scholarly and very proud of that, but he's also very proud of, all of the members of his slug club. So you've got some vanity going there. Not sure where that's coming from, but we'll explore that maybe. Fizzing Whizbees, all right, made with like some bee stings, if I'm not mistaken. Some kind of bee animal product. So something that I believe those are like hot cinnamony, if I'm not mistaken. Harry's wand. Okay. Diadem of Ravenclaw. Fox with Harry's wand. Very interesting. The time turner. Yay. I don't know why that excites me so much. Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know. Fox. The golden egg from the from the first task for the second task. Amos Diggory. 3 and 3. 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. All right, give me a minute, Ravenclaw. Let me see what I got. All right, so definitely the connection here being part of each other. The diadem of Ravenclaw. So with this one, when I see, oh, okay, so there's something here with the opening of something. I'm trying to think. I think this is from the movie, if I'm not mistaken. Like in the movie, I think it was in the box, right? But in the book, it was actually put on like a mannequin type head. I don't know what you call it, but it's that form, that head form, right? I think it was something like that. Or I could be reversed, but I'm pretty sure in the book that it was not in a box. But since we're visually working off of scenes from the movie, I'm going to go with that, right? So we've got these 3 things here that are kind of boxy in some respect. And even though the egg doesn't look like a box itself, right? I think back to the riddle that Gollum said to Bilbo, and the answer ended up being an egg, right? And it was a box. It was a box with a treasure inside, and the box was actually an egg. So with these 3 here, basically having like a treasure, some kind of something hidden within. Yeah, okay, I think we're onto something. This one, ooh, okay, I think I got something. Okay, let's see if we can go with it. Okay, so this box, you don't know what you're gonna get. It could be sour, it could be sweet, it could be disgusting, it could be yummy. But here, so it's a surprise of something material, right? So no, not material. We're not going to go with that one. I'm seeing more of, oh, let me see if I can put it into words. I'm seeing something of situations. There we go. That's I think what I'm, so situations, scenarios, every day there's a million different chances and scenarios that you can go through. Like nothing is really set in stone. I mean, I do believe in fate to some degree, but I also believe in if you go left when you're supposed to go right, then your fate does change. So, I don't know, something to do with that. I think that idea is, it's kind of like lingering over my head. We'll see if it comes back to me or not. But then when we go to this one, so because this is the diadem of Ravenclaw, and the whole, I believe on it, it said something like the thing, wit without measure is man's greatest treasure, right? So I'm seeing like intelligence, right? So the mind. So the mind that's hidden within. And then over here, I've got like a clue. And because it's watery and it's coming from the mermaids, and you can't listen to it unless you're underwater, I'm seeing it as like an emotional clue. Emotional clue. I was just thinking back to like the first read that I did for you guys doing this thing. And I remember, was it you guys? I don't know. One of them was go take a bath. That it would kind of help you sort things out. And I was like, oh gosh, am I really going to give you that same message? No, I don't think that's where we're going with it. but I do see, like I said, so we've got like an emotional clue or an emotional unboxing here. We've got an like a thought process, something kind of smart within. Maybe not so much smart, but just like a logical process, right? With the time turner next to it, I mean, I don't know. I haven't read Cursed Child, but of what I gather from it, okay, I'm going to quote it completely wrong. So I kind of don't even want to go there. Not only that, but from everything that I've read, and it's one of those books that I'm not sure I even want to read it because I just feel like they went totally off canon. But the only reason why I bring that up is because for me, the time turner doesn't represent like going forward in time. For me, it really represents just like this desire to go back in time and fix things, because don't we all wish we had a time turner? Yes, maybe some people don't. I don't know, but I for one, like if this little guy was like functional, I think it would be like a Pandora's box for me. I'd be pretty tempted to use it. But for what purposes, I don't know. I think I'd spend a lot of time hemming and hawing over it and not knowing what to do, and then I would just not use it, right? But so with this, I see a desire to kind of change things, to kind of rewrite the history, right? With Fox, besides the strength and the healing, for him in this reading, I'm really feeling the phoenix aspect, the actual phoenix rising, the rebirth, especially with him being flanked by two boxes of maybe like a new idea is springing forward, and a new feeling or a new emotional perspective is coming forward, that isn't going to necessarily change the past, but it's going to be this rebirth. It's kind of sounds really relatable to the political nature right now of things, where everything's kind of getting rewritten, but I don't want to go political here. And again, I'm trying to stay focused on the individual. So I'm seeing, okay, so for this, the bottom line seems a little bit clearer than everything else so far. So I'm getting like a desire to change things, but it's going to be more of a rebirth. A new idea and a new feeling are going to like all kind of coalesce here. With here, we don't know what the situation is going to give us. But I think you can be very resourceful. Like that's kind of how I see him. I see above all, yeah, he's got the vanity aspect, and he's got the, weird little idiosyncrasies, right? But he's very resourceful. Like he has survived for a very long time. I mean, he was even a year on the run with, the armies of darkness chasing after him, and he made it out okay. The hot cinnamony, I'm feeling like the tingling of the tongue, and the hard to breathe, and just the but not the hard to breathe in a bad way, just like the it's hot, it's cinnamony, you are like cinnamon. It's got to be one of my favorite sayings. Okay, Harry's wand. I don't know. When this came up in a reading earlier, I kind of felt like, it ultimately went away, so it was like the end of the childhood, right? So here it's intact, but ultimately, to be able to complete the task at hand, you need to get rid of those childish things. And this was like the last remnant of his childhood, right? Because Hedwig had gone, and he obviously started off life with the whole losing his parents, and And then everybody else of his support system was just gone, right? So when his wand finally broke, it was like one of the last vestiges of his childhood. All right, so yeah, situation is going to come along, and you're going to be resourceful. And it's going to be maybe a little bit hot. Maybe you don't want to put like a bunch of them in your mouth. Okay, you don't want to take the whole situation all at once. It's going to sting. I like that. Yeah. So there's going to be like a stinging effect, like ripping off the Band-Aid. Okay. And there's a childhood situation, or there's a piece of your childhood, something that you're still holding on to. You're going to have to get rid of it. Or at least address it. At least find out what maybe that might be that you're still kind of holding on to. Which, the Amos Diggory one, I'm going to have to give that some thought as well. But I can tell you right now that with all of that coming together, oh wow, look at that. So we got 3 3s. So we've got 9. So like, yeah, you're almost there. And with the exploration and work, this particular one shows the 3 broomsticks. So like the bar, the pub, something that most of us haven't really been able to go to and do. Work, you've got some runes here. The 3 of them together. How very interesting. Everything comes in 3s. What? Everything comes in 3s, guys. Okay, so that's going to mean something for you guys, because basically we have 3 physical 3s. We have a 6, which is divisible by 3. We have a 9, which is also 3. So a lot of 3s in your reading, Ravenclaw. So for somebody, if 3 means something to you, this is probably meaning something to you. You're probably right now at a change. You've probably reached a culmination, okay, of attaining those 3, or you're coming up on that, and that chapter is getting ready to like come to a climax. Okay, you're getting ready to come to this pinnacle, and really look at the 3 different aspects of what's going on in your life, which I'm going to go with situational. Now it's got to be something there with the mind, body, spirit. So yeah, kind of coming together with that. And unfortunately, I'm just not sure how Amos Diggory is fitting into this particular reading. I'm a little bit perplexed with him right there. Wondering if something to do with his, well, he is a father of a Triwizard champion. So father of a Triwizard champion. But that Triwizard champion died, which made it 3 contenders at the end. So it was that 4th piece that had to go. No, okay, honey, you're working with 3s here. You're working with 3s. So maybe sit down and find out what 3 things you can address in your life right now. I would really go with maybe 3 things to work with. Because I don't want to say just, hey, wait, and this is going to happen. No. Okay. That's, yeah, I'm getting that right now. Work and exploration. God, of course. Okay. Oh, I don't want to cover the cute little eagle right there. Work and exploration. Yeah. Okay. So you got to evaluate. I would say find at least 3 situations that you can look at with a different perspective. Maybe 3 situations that gave you maybe a hot, sickly feeling. Okay, so uncomfortable. 3 situations from maybe your childhood, or well, yeah, I'm going to go with childhood, but I mean, childhood is perspective as well. Legally, we're children until we're 18, but the mind doesn't finish maturing until we're, early 30s. So, take that for what it's worth. I would say 3 things that have made you uncomfortable up to this point, personally, within yourself, situations that you have lived through and you've survived. Uh, I don't know that you have to go really deep with it. I don't know how deep you're willing to. Shadow work is very uncomfortable for most people. I, for one, love shadow work. I've been doing some shadow work lessons on my website. Uh, Mind you, I've been in my own spot for a while, so for me to put out lessons as I'm going through it myself is a little bit difficult, but I do have quite a few on my website. You're welcome to take a look at them there. If not, just look into shadow work if you're not familiar with what it is. But basically, I would say grab a piece of paper, grab a journal, grab a whatever, and pick 3 situations that you have gone through that might be regrets, that might be something where you're like, oh, maybe I should have thought about it better. Maybe I shouldn't have reacted so emotionally. We all have those moments where we're like, oh, I wish I would have said that, or I wish I would have done this. What could I have done better? And just explore that and see how those situations made you feel, and what your reaction to those situations in the moment, how that has affected you now. Okay, a lot of our behavior, well, I'd say almost all of our behaviors as adults are conditioned from things that we went through as a child. And yeah, that's what I'm getting, is right now it's time for, last week it was, hey, you're going to be okay. And yeah, you are going to be okay, Ravenclaw. But right now, you got to put in some work and exploration. Now, if that doesn't resonate with you, another way that we can look at this, just off of these 2 main clarifiers here, is maybe it's time to find a new job, right? I mean, that's a for me, that's a huge stretch. But just work exploration or exploring work, that's just not, if that might resonate with like one person out there. For me, with this reading, what I'm getting is you need to explore at least 3 situations that you've been through. 3 things that were unexpected. Maybe you went into a situation thinking, hey, this is going to be great, and it turned out being like just crap. Or on the other side, maybe you went in thinking, this is going to suck so bad and I'm not going to be okay. And it ended up just being beautiful. I'm talking about some kind of life-changing moments. Everybody's got them. They don't have to be super dramatic, but I want you to look at those times where you could have gone left or you could have gone right, and you chose to go, you obviously chose one. And how does that affect you now? How do you feel about it now? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of choices, especially with Slughorn there. He definitely had a choice. Many choices. In fact, the course of the stories kind of was hinged upon the choices that he made. They weren't all, like everything wasn't all his fault, but, because obviously Tom Riddle was going to figure it out on his own eventually. And in fact, he'd already kind of been dabbling in it. He just kind of facilitated it a little, made it a little bit easier. So maybe you have a situation like that where you helped out somebody who ended up being, a total dick. Who knows? But that's what it is. It's time for you to explore 3 moments in your life and reflect on them. And I really highly suggest to think about the ones where you might have some regret. Okay. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. All right, I think that was long enough. Ravenclaw, you got some work to do, and I will see you next week. All right, take care, and I love you.